What's going on, everybody? It's the one and only Q here from Retro Q Gaming, and we're going to take a second just to talk a little bit about Phantasy Star Online 2. Now, you might have noticed that over the last couple of months there's been more talk about Phantasy Star Online 2 than there has been in about 8 years or so when the game originally launched, back in Japan only on the PC. Now, 2 or 3 months ago, you might remember that Microsoft were instrumental in finally getting it brought over to the Western markets in America and in Europe. And earlier this year, they launched it on Xbox One, and then the following month, which was in May, they launched it on PC. Now, of course, the problem with the PC launch was that it was tied to the Windows 10 store, which was an absolute disaster, and the entire thing was a complete mess. So much so that people were coming up with ways to work around the Windows 10 store just to avoid using it and the problems that it gave. However, it wasn't a perfect situation and a perfect setup. I know personally I tried to use PSO2 Tweaker and I just couldn't get it going properly. So many scorned PC gamers naturally just did the logical thing and said, well, you know what, we'll wait until it either comes with a proper, local, native client downloaded by itself, or more likely, comes to Steam. And well, boyos, here we are, just a few days out, and it's coming to Steam. That's right, today Sega has added the Phantasy Star Online 2 official Steam page, and it will be released on August 5th. And the only extra thing I'm asking for is hopefully it's not tied to the Windows 10 store version in any way, shape or form. Like if I click it on Steam, it's not just going to open the Windows 10 store version or something like that. Please God, do not let that happen. The official Steam page is rated at 80 gigabytes, which is in around what it was when I tried to use PSO2 Tweaker, if I recall correctly. But I will say this, even though I'm in my little gaming slump and all at the moment, and I've played about 1 hour's, maybe 90 minutes worth of games over the past week and a half or so, I will definitely be trying out Phantasy Star Online 2 when it comes out on Steam next week. I've heard a bunch of criticisms about the game, both when it was in the Japanese version only and some of the changes made in order to bring it to the West. Like, believe it or not, there's some character size limitation changes. That's right, the minimum character sizes have been upped, and the minimum or maximum character heights in some ways have been adjusted as well. There's also talk of a couple of different clothing options being altered and all as well, but the overall point is, I can't wait to finally properly try it. It's only been about 8 years.